Okay, thank you so much. So today it's our continuous something relating to the time where we managed to see the present tense and uh, and also how you can someone if he's traveling one step journey how to choose someone. So I think Ali, I think sign up if you can help us. This person is disturbing our class.
He's going on number. It says stop. He's going on number.
Sally, you can hear us. You are disturbing our class. Okay. So today I'm going to talk about last time we saw the present. What shows you that the sentence is going to be in present? So we have something we called finajoye. Finajoye is it's an Esperanto word which shows you a sign. Maybe if it might be a name or it might be a verb, it might be, for example, an adverb. So this sign, this is a verb or it's a name. So to know, define that the is in present, we need to put A and S. A and S. For example, here we see we are in past. It is IS. It shows this word is in past. And here, as you see, I took two verbs. The first one is in verb to be. Second one is the verb to have. So I'm going to show you guys how we use the past with the verb to be. So as you saw before, the personal pronouns, they are not changing, they are remained. We have me is me, st is a verb, but if you want to change it and put it as a past, you remove I and you put only is, which means me estis. Me estis, it means I was. But if it was in the present, I could say me estas. Me estas, which means I am. But estis and in Esperanto. Estis, he was. She estis, she was. Gi estis, it was. Ni estis, we were. Vi estis, were. Ili estis, they were. So you can see that Esperanto is very easy. Only take your verb and you add is at the end of. So you do it all the same on the personal pronouns, and nothing will change. Only the meaning is going to change based on the personal pronoun that you are using. This I was, the estis, she estis. Suppose that I want to say I was meeting. I was in a meeting. Mi estis en conveno. Mi estis en. So I was in the meeting. So I will show you maybe the last, but this is the way I can use the past to be. So let's also see how I can use the verb the verb to have in past. So now I managed to move the area where I can get good internet connectivity. Can you confirm if you can see my? Confirm if you can see my screen.
Yes, I see.
Yes, the screen is visible.
Okay, thank you so much. And apologies for dropping. I was saying that we were seeing the verb, how we pronounce to have is heavy. And how can you use the verb to have in past? End of. So when you say me havis, it means I had. He havis, she havis, G havis, he havis. So you can, as you see, it's very easy even to read and also to pronounce. So when I say li havis, they had. Li havis monon, they had money. So this is how we can use each verb. If you say the verb to eat, my to eat in past, you know that is manjis. If you say I want to run is kuri. And if you want to use to run in past, you say kuris. So in each verb, you need only to add is at the end, and this verb is become the past. So I only took two verbs here, verb to be and verb to have, as an example, but we still have a lot of verbs which you can convert and use them into past. But as the time is limited, let me only focus on the two. But as long as we keep following the class, you will see that we brought also other new verbs as a part of our lessons. So let me also proceed on the future, venonta. You see also future in Esperanto, we only add os. The present was as, a and s. Past was I and s, and the future is o and s. As very as simple. So I also took two verbs, the verb to be and the verb to have, st and havi. So if I take to st, you see, you only add os at the end of. You remove I and you put os as a symbol of future. I can say mi estos, I will be. Vi estos, you will be. Li estos, she estos, gi estos, ni estos, vi estos, ili estos. You can read in English by yourself, but you see that it's very easy to put a verb in the future. So when you use the verb to have havi, mi havos, vi havos, li havos, she havos, gi havos, ni havos, vi havos, ili havos. You see here that it's very easy to use the verb to have in future. The English part you can read also by yourself. Keep the with other lesson. So is here we see that if you manage to formulate your sentence in present, and also you can put it in future, you can put also it in past, there you are good to go. This is the best grammatical you need in your daily life, because you know when you're talking to someone, you might use the past, you might use present, you can also use future, and now you know personal pronouns, you know how to use the verb to have and the verb to be in Esperanto, and this is the good starting. So let's also proceed with condition. Conditional, condizionello. Condizionello. So with conditional, we use only U and S. US. You can say mi estus as you did, mi estus, vi estus, but condition here, normally, we normally use with if, because it's a condition. A condition, even if in French or in English, if you want to pose a condition, you need to use if. You cannot put a condition without putting if. And the Esperanto is the same. So, but you know, when are you going to use U and S, US? For example, I say, say it's if in Esperanto. Say, if. Say mi estus. You can see here, I use the verb to be, st, but now I'm using it in condition. Se mi estus riĉa, mi aĉetus aŭton. Se mi estus riĉa, mi aĉetus aŭton. If I'm rich, I will buy a car. If I'm rich, I will buy a car. Se mi estus riĉa. Though Esperanto is very easy. I don't need to do will, I am, as we do in English. But if you only put US, this automatically it's a condition. Se mi estus riĉa, mi aĉetus aŭton. If I am rich, I will buy a car. And this is the formula which make easy the language. So this is the condition. You remember that a condition, it should have if clause at the beginning. And the if in Esperanto is se. So I showed you two example here where I say, se mi estus riĉa, mi aĉetus aŭton. Se mi havus monon, mi vojaĝus en Ameriko. I think the next lesson, it will be a practice, not only class. We are going to explore from the beginning up
It seems like the network is not good with this guy.
Okay, guys, I'm back. I think today, I don't know what is going on because the internet is not friendly today. But as we proceed with the condition, as I was saying before, that the if is, it means stay in Esperanto. So I was saying that next week we'll be having the class of practicing only. We start at the beginning up to where we will be, and they start making our own phrases so that we can progress slowly, but with the knowledge we have. So let's also see imperative. Imperative, it's another also, it's a way of commanding. It's a command. But if we want to know that the phrase is imperative, you should put you at the end of. For example, if I say iru, iru, it's a verb, normally it's a verb iri. Iri, it means go, to go. But if I say iru, I mean go. If I say go, this is a condition. It's an obligation. It's a commandment. I say go. Finu vian hem taskon. Finish your homework. You can see that there is an obligation inside. I'm commanding something. Frapp la pordon. Knock on the door. Knock on the door. I can say that knock on the door. It's an obligation, I told you. Dormu. Sleep. Rigardu. Look. So this is the way you can use the imperative in Esperanto to express your willing, or to express your message to others. So I think here you see how easy Esperanto is. If you want to use a condition, I will start with if. Normally it's a wish, but imperativo is an obligation. You want to maybe to command someone to do something, and you will put you at the end of. If I say kuru, run, kuru, run. Flugu, it's fly, flugu. So you can hear that at the end of there is you, which means I'm commanding something to someone. So this is how we can use imperative in a phrase or in a sentence. So let me also come back on the finajoye. Finajoye, it's those signal which shows a meaning of something. In Esperanto, we have our signal. For example, you might be in this in a way, and they'll see a poster on a house where they say this is a cow. You should know that this is a butcher. Maybe it's a butcher with somewhere which they sell meat. But also in Esperanto, if you see a name with O, automatically this is a name. If you see something in Esperanto with the O at the end of, automatically this is a name. Don't put your heart. For example, I say mono. Mono, you say that there is O at the end of. This is a name. Mono, it's money. Okay. And if you see a word in Esperanto with A, automatically it become an adjective. Adjectivo, it's an adjective. For example, if I say bella, beautiful. Mi estas bella, I am beautiful. I, to be, and now you are putting an adjective. Mi estas bella, I am beautiful. Someone can pretend to be beautiful, yes. And if you see a word with A, E in English, but it's A in Esperanto, this is in an adverb. For example, I can say bone, well. Well is not an adjective. Well, bone, bone. If you say bone, it's in an adverb. And if you see you at the end of the word, this is imperative. That's one that we say it's an obligation. You want to command something. Kuru, run. And if you see a ni, e, which means I in English, this is a verb. I can say helpy. Helpy is help, to help. Manji, to eat. Dormi, to sleep. So you can hear that I'm putting I. So this we call finajo in Esperanto. Finajo, they are the signals which shows this. It's a name. This is a verb. This is adjective. This is an adverb. This word is in present. This word is in past. This word is in future. So all the things that we have seen, they are finajo, and they give you the picture to say this is a word or this is an adjective. Though I can say that, okay, I try to make sure also I showed you how we can put something in plural. So for example, if I say mono, mono it's a singular, money, money, but also money should be also in plural. I can say mono, mono, I can say mono or mono, and you know that if you want to put something in plural, you will put only J. A J in Esperanto is ye. That way you can see mango. There is mango. Mango is is mango. But if you want to mean a lot of mango, it says mangoes. So I can say mango ye. Mango ye. Rujai, red color. They are red, many colors. So many cloves may be in red color. I can say rujai. Rapide, dansu paroli. Though when I put only a Y, a J in Esperanto, automatically the word become in plural. So I think we see some examples in the future where we'll also have time to discover which one is in plural, which one is in singular, so that we can try to differentiate the two words. So here I took some words where maybe I wanted to say, let me start by showing you if the word finished by O or the word finished by A in Esperanto, what the meaning. Let me take also baza reguloye por O vortoye. So I started to give you some samples with some examples with names. You know that a name in Esperanto finished by O. So and here I took some examples. Tableau. You see, tableau is a table with O. Amo, love. Mia amo, mia amo, my love. Hundo, it's a dog. Amico, friend. Patrino, mother. So you can just still looking for searching some words, and you know this word, if they finish by O, automatically it's a name. But if you see the word finished by A, automatically you have to put in your mind that this is an adjective. For example, longer. Long. I did a long journey. Mi faris longan voyagon. Longer. So you cannot say longer, it's a name, it's an adjective because it's finished by A. Ruja, red. Ruja, red is not a name, it's an adjective. Bona, good. Mia, my. Bella, beautiful. But here, this is the true difference between a name and an adjective. I think here you can follow clearly how I make sure that you don't need to have the confusion. If you see a word finished by a, automatically you put in your mind that this is an adjective. But if you see a word finished by o, directly put in your mind that this is a name. Great. So, and if you see a word finished by a, I told you this is an adverb directly. For example, let me take an example. Rapide. Rapide is a quickly. Quickly, even in Esperanto, in English, quickly, it's automatically an adverb. But if I say quick, this is an adjective. So if I say rapide, belle, nice, molte, a lot, lunde, urbe, those are adjectives. And you can just even put them into some examples. For example, mi curas rapide. Mi curas rapide. I run quickly. Mi curas rapide. Mi estas belle. I am nice. Ili estas multe. You can even take, for example, in English. Mi venos lunde. Mi vivas urbe. So the word I'm reading there in Esperanto, there is also the meaning in English where you can read by yourself, and I think you are good to differentiate how the adverb is situating by which signal shows that the word is in adverb. So there we are, good to go. So before I start with other things, let me also stop by here and ask my attendees if you still have some question with what we have read or which we have seen. I'm ready also to repeat before I start with a new chapter today. So let me hear from you guys. If everything is clear, I will be happy, but it doesn't prevent me also to repeat again. If there is a word which you didn't understand, let me know where the things are not clear and where everything is clear, so that before we move. Thank you.
Patrick.
Yes.
Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
Like under the plural, you said there are like anything that need to be plural has to end with J, right?
Yes.
So my question is, there are some words that are still plural, and then they will put J and add N to the last add N after J. So I don't know.
It's okay. Give me an example. I know that Esperanto, to put things in plural, you need to add a J. This is the formula. You cannot leave a word in Esperanto without J. This word will remain in singular. But in other language, it might mean they might take a meaning of plural, but in Esperanto, you need to have to put a J at the end of that word. For example, if I say money in English, money, it might be singular or it might be plural. This is understandable.
Like the word
But in
journalo.
Esperanto, yes, journalo. Journalo, newspaper. Journal is a newspaper. But if you want to say a lot of newspapers, you need to put a J, which means journaloi. It means the people who are there or someone has a lot of newspapers. Okay. Another one?
No, like I have seen other words. I don't know whether Hyundai also was part of it. They will add N to the last. But even though they are all plurals, but
yes, I will tell you the meaning of N maybe in our future lesson, why are we putting N and why we are not putting N. The N has a meaning in our Esperanto. This is the word where our Esperanto is founded.
Okay. Oh.
Yes, it's a fundamental of our Esperanto, the N that you see. That's why we are starting at the beginning, but we explain maybe next lesson during our exercises. I will introduce a little bit, but we take a lot of examples to emphasize why are we putting N, why the meaning of N in each topic we are speaking.
Okay.
You're welcome. So others, do you have a comment here? Is Alima or others? Bienvenue, Sarah, Zainab.
I don't have any question.
Okay, thank you so much. So guys, let's proceed. Now we are starting with numbers. Les nombres. Numbers in Esperanto. Nombro. Nombra vortetoi. So here also we need to know how we can numbers. How are we saying, how are we counting numbers? So I'm starting by 1 up to 10. And then from 10 to 20, we see also how to pronounce. So 1 in Esperanto is null, null, null. 2 is 2. 3, kvar, kvin, ses, sep, ok. Now, dek. Dek is 10. Let me repeat. Null, 2, 3, kvar, kvin, ses, sep, ok. Now, dek. I was reading from 1 to 10. So from 10 to 20. Dek is 10, but if you want to say 11, you see that there is 10, and also I add uno. I'm sorry here on my numbers. I think that I made a mistake. Null is not null is not a 1. Null is 0. Apologies. I just recognized that one, that I made a mistake when I was just preparing this lesson. And I think before I send you this, I'm going to add that one. So null is 0 and uno is 1. Uno, 2, 3, kvar, kvin, ses, sep, ok, now, dek. And the one who want to say 11 is dek. You take a dek as a 10 and you add uno as a 1. Dek uno, dek du, dek 3, dek kvar, dek kvin, dek ses, dek sep, dek ok, dek now, du dek, which means do is do 2, dek is 10, which means do 2 tens automatically becomes 20. So if we want to say 30, 3 dek, 40, kvar dek, 50, kvin dek, 60, ses dek, sep dek, ok dek, now dek, cent. Cent is 100. Mil, 1,000. Miliono, a million. Miliardo, a billion. So guys, if we try to read, we start by null, which means 0. Uno, 2, 3, kvar, kvin, ses, step, ok, now, dek. Dek uno, dek du, dek tri, dek kivar, dek kivin, dek ses, dek sep, dek ok, dek now, du dek. I'm going to ask Alima to read for me from 1 to 20.
Okay. Nol, uno, du, tri, kivar, kivin, ses, sept, okay. Nu, dek,
Now,
dek,
now.
now, dek, dek uno, dek du, dek tri, dek kivar, dek kivin, dek ses, dek sept, dek okay, dek now, dek du dek, tri dek, kivar dek, kivin dek, ses dek, sept dek, ok dek, now dek, cent, mil, miliono, miliardo.
Thank you. Zainabu?
Dankom.
Nul, uno, duk, tre,
Tri.
kavar, tri, kavar,
Kivar,
kivin,
kivar.
kivar, kivin, ses, sept, okt, now, dek, dek uno, dek du, dek tri, dek kivar, dek kivin, dek sis, dek sept, dek okt, dek now, du dek, tri dek, kavar dek, kivir dek rather, kavin dek, sis dek, sept dek,
Ses dek.
ses dek, sept dek, ok dek, now dek, cent, mil, miliono, miliardo.
Great. Aminata? Aminata, can you read for us? Zaina?
Yes.
Vous pouvez lire les nombres?
Que je lise avec Aminata.
Oui, Aminata. So are you there? Aminata, can we start reading so that also Zaina can follow?
Je commence.
Ok, vous pouvez.
Nul, nul, oni, du,
Uno.
unu, du, tri, kvar, kvin, seks, sep, ok, now, dek, dek unu, dek du, dek tri, dek kvar, dek kvin, dek ses.
Mhm. Ok. T'acceptes?
Miliono, miliardo.
Bonnet. Donc, okay,
Okay.
thank you. I think since so can proceed with other. So we also have other way of reading numbers in plural. Nombre vorteto in numbers. So we need also to know how we can read in plural. Donc ici, nous voulons aussi voir comment on peut lire alors les chiffres qui sont un peu énormes, pas 2, 3. Alors, mais on peut seulement lire des centaines ou bien des mille. So I'm going also to take an example. I say 325. This is 325. How are we reading? How can we read it in Esperanto? We know 3, if it's 100, is 3 cent. And the 25 is do de kivin. 3 cent do de kivin. 1098. It's 1098. 1000, how do we read? We say mil. Now dek ok. Mil. Now dek ok. Do mil, do dek. Do mil, do cent, do dek va. 2224. Do mil, do cent, do dek va. 3 cent, 6 dek ok. 3 cent, 6 dek ok. On 368, there is a mistake. I wrote stead instead of ses. Ses is 6. So I'm going also to correct it. 3 cent, ses de coq. So this is how we can read. So I think someone, you should write down maybe your birth year. If it's 2000, how can we read it in Esperanto? I think I'm going to ask you from here. So everyone going to tell me his or her birth year in Esperanto. Let me start by Aminata. Aminata, tell me your birth year in Esperanto. You write down with a pen and a paper. You know, this is, if it's 1,000, 1,000 is mil. If it may be 900, is now cent. If it's 98, now cent, now dek ok. This is how we can pronounce. So let me ask Halima to read for me. What is your birth year?
Do mil.
Do mil. Yes, boy. Simple number.
Hello. Yes.
Yes. Bon, Sarah, j'aimerais savoir votre année de naissance. Vous pouvez lire ça en espéranto? Sally, you can also tell us where your birth year in Esperanto. You can write down and then tell me what is your birth. But Sarah, since you are talking, I can still hear you.
Je suis là. Unu mil.
Mil, non, unu mil. Mil.
On dit seulement 1000.
Oui, mil.
1000.
Mil.
Oui. Plutôt.
Now cent.
J'allais dire 1900, comment on dit?
Now cent. Mil, now cent. 900, c'est now cent.
1900. Je n'arrive pas.
No. Scribu c'è la papero. Écrivez sur papier. D'abord, vous
j'écrive.
scindez les mille, les centaines et les dizaines.
Ah, ok, ça c'est lu comme ça.
Oui. 1000, now cent, c'est combien? Vous êtes né quand?
1999.
1999. 1000,
Oui.
now cent, now dek now.
Ah, ok. Vous
Alors, vous
pouvez
répétez.
m'expliquer comment on peut lire? Parce que vous avez parlé en anglais, je n'avais pas bien compris.
1000, 1000,
Ah, ouais.
1000, c'est 1000.
Un mille.
Now, now, c'est 9. Now, c'est 9. Cent,
Eh,
900. Cent, c'est 100. Si vous dites
now.
9 cent, now cent, ça devient 900.
Ah, ok.
Now, c'est 9. Mais si vous ajoutez 9, 10, ça devient 90. 1000,
Hmm,
now cent, now deck, ça devient 90. Maintenant, il y a manque de 8. Now deck, ok. Now deck, ok.
ok.
1000, now cent, now deck,
Now
ok.
sense. Now denk. Ok. D'accord.
Vous pouvez se répéter?
1000. Now cents.
Mhm.
Deck. Now deck. Ok.
Yes. 1000, now cent, now deck, ok. Okay, c'est comme ça qu'on lit les nombres. This is how we can read numbers. So, let me
D'accord.
also talk about others, the way we can also express numbers in a word. For example, I can say unutago, unutago. Je peux aussi m'exprimer en parlant les nombres des jours. Unutago, un jour, one day, one day. Uno, c'est un. Tago is a day. Unutago. If I want to say a lot of days, I can say plurae tagoi. Plurae tagoi. Unu plurae tagoi. Unu grandadomo. Unu grandadomo, one big house in maison grande. Three grandai domoi. So three big houses. Ou bien trois grandes maisons. So I can say unu. Unu, c'est le nombre. Three, c'est le chiffre. C'est le nombre. So this is the regulation on how maybe we can do what we can say numbers. So let's do this exercise together. I'm going to ask someone write the following numbers in letters. So here we are going to you are going to read the numbers in Esperanto. Ici l'exercice A, la première question d'abord concerne à la lecture de quoi? Des nombres qui sont là. 450, comment on lit en Esperanto? How do we read 450 in Esperanto? 2050, 560, 1086, 1986. How do we read it? So this is the main topic of the exercise. So I'm going to ask Alima to read for me 450 in Esperanto.
Okay. Kivar sent.
Kivar?
Kivindek. Kivar sent.
Mm-hmm.
Kivindek. Kivindek.
Kivindek, yes. Kivar sent Kivindek. Très bon.
Dankon.
Sarah, que tu peux lire 2560?
Dou mille.
Mm-hmm.
Kvin, kvin, kvin cent.
Kivin sent.
Kvin thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Kvin
Mhm.
Cinq,
16 deck.
cinq, c'est bon?
16 deck.
Ouais, 5 decks.
Alors, répétez.
12
Mhm.
25, 25,
Mhm.
5 decks.
16 deck.
5 decks.
Bone. Aminata Jawara. The third one, 1986. How do you pronounce it in Esperanto? Okay. Can you please speak loud? Okay. Alima, can you please let me know 1968, 86,
100.
1986.
Okay. Mil now. Mil now.
Slowly. Mil
Okay. Mil now.
mil
Okay.
now.
Mil now. Okay.
You need to do a pause.
Okay, sis.
Mil
Mil
now.
now. Okay, sis. Mil now. Okay, sis.
Mil now cent.
Okay. Mil now cent. Okay, sis.
Yes. Mil now cent. Ok
Mil
deck.
now. Mil now cent.
Ok deck ses.
Mil now cent. Ok. Dexis.
Okay.
Mil now cent. Ok. Dexis.
Sainabu, can you read 256? $256. Sainabu? Okay, any volunteer? Can you read?
Try.
Okay.
Do cent. Do cent Kivin. Do cent Kivin. Ses.
Ducent Kivin Dexes.
Do cent Kivin Dexes.
Yes. Uh-huh. Another number? 112.
Moi, je lis.
Okay.
Sainte,
Mm-hmm.
deck do.
Bone. Yes. Saint Dekdu. Okay. 985. Want to read? C'est bon ça. Très bien. Uh-huh. Welcome, Mahmoud. Okay, so the last volunteer, can you please finish the 985?
Now sent okay det Kevin.
Dankon. Yes. Now sent ok det Kevin. So let's jump on the second exercise, where we were asked to differentiate nouns, verb, adverb, or adjectives. So, ici, la deuxième question nous demande de différencier les adjectifs, les noms, les verbes et les adverbes. So, in our list, you can see there is a lot of names or phrases or items. So we need to take each item. If it's a name, you say this is a name. If it's not an adjective, you say this is an adjective based on what we have learned so far. So adjective is adjectivo. Nomo, it's a name. Adverbo, it's an adverb. So we need to learn how to say it in Esperanto. So, koko. Koko. So you are free to speak. Koko.
Name.
Pomo.
Name.
Esperanto nomo. Estas nomo. Nomo. If you want to say name, you say nomo. If it's an adverbo, you say
nomo.
adverb. Yes.
Okay. Okay, sorry.
Ami. Ami.
Adjectivo.
Ne. Ami.
Adjectivo.
Ne. Ami. La finale, you have to look
Adjectivo.
what finish. If it's an adjective, which symbol that we have learned, which means this is an adjective. If it's a verb, which signal which shows that this is a verb. So this is what I want to track first. Before you say something, track which sign it is
Okay.
is at the end of the word. Ami.
Verbo. Verbo.
Verb. Yes. Ami, verbo. Amo.
Nomo.
Yes. Bella.
Adjectivo.
Studento.
Nomo.
Cara.
Adjectivo.
Mono.
Nomo.
Coro.
Nomo.
Corpo.
Nomo.
Curi.
Verbo.
Nombro.
Nomo.
Sarah, nun. Sarah, you are going. Sarah, vous allez aussi nous aider à identifier. So since Alima is good, I want also to see if Sarah is going to also to help us here. Tara,
Ok.
nombro. Nombro. Si c'est
Allô?
un nom, vous dites nomo. Si c'est un verbe, vous dites verbo. Si c'est un adjectif, vous dites adverbo.
D'accord.
Nombro.
Nomo.
Lando.
Nomo.
Domo.
Nomo.
Verbo.
Nomo.
Urbo.
Nomo.
Bone.
Adjective.
Bone.
Adverbo.
Adverbo.
Mm.
Visitanto.
Nomo.
Rugia. Rugia.
Adjetivo.
Adjective.
Adjectivo, yes. Coloro.
Nomo.
Helpi.
Verbo.
Yes. Verb. Yes, guys, I think this is the last exercise on our today's topic. But let me also try to emphasize as I can come back on our previous lessons so that you can see how we start. As this is a recapitulation of people who have just joined so far. I need also to give you a summary on what we have learned so far. So we are seeing the times in Esperanto where last time we saw the present. Present is defined by A and S. So here we took two verbs, the verb to be and the verb to have. Esperanto verb to be is esti, and the to have is to havi. So when you try to make it as a sentence, you will use personal pronouns. So when you say, I want to use the verb to be in past, you are going to use is, es. And then here is an example when I say mi estis, I was. Vi estis, you can finish what is in writing in English, but I'm reading Esperanto. You are going to follow me. Li estis, ŝi estis, vi estis, li estis, ni estis, ili estis. So here you can see that we put is at the end of the verb to be. And this is how we say past with the verb to be. And when you want to use the verb to have, this is also another formula. You take only have, and then you add es. The rest is finished. So you can say mi havis, vi havis, li havis, she havis, gi havis, ni havis, vi havis, ili havis. So this is how also you can use. Now I will recommend you guys, I will give you an assignment and they will send me this assignment maybe during the week, maybe next week. But remember, you can see as an English translation, but this is Esperanto. So si vous voulez utiliser le passé en Esperanto, c'est IS. Avec les terminologies qu'on vient juste de mettre ici. Si vous voulez conjuguer le verbe être qui est esti, vous devez ajouter IS à la fin de chaque verbe. So guys, because why I'm just mixing the French, it's because in our group we have also French speaking. So I think I'm going also to see how I will assign French speaking countries separately. But since she joined with us, we don't have another way. I am going to mix the languages, but the main topic is English. So this is how we use past tense. And this is es at the end of the verb. So if you want to use the future, future is os. Instead of using es, you put only os and the rest, they are okay. With the verb to be, est, mi estos, vi estos, ili estos. As you see that she estos, gi estos, in estos, vi estos, ili estos. This is how we formulate our sentence by using the future. And this the condition in Esperanto is u and s, us. But if you want to use a condition, you need also to start by if clause. If in Esperanto is se. An example, se mi estus riĉa, mi aĉetus aŭton. If I'm rich, I will buy a car. Se mi estus riĉa, mi aĉetus aŭton. So you can see here, I'm just showing, if I'm rich, I will buy a car. So no matter verb no matter verb I'm using, I'm only putting us. You can see here I use the two verbs, verb esti and the verb acheti. Acheti is to buy, achete. Esti is verb to be. Se mi estus riĉa, mi aĉetus aŭton. But I start with if clause to show you that this is a condition. So imperative, it's a way of giving order. And if you want to give order, you need to put you at the end of the word. For example, you want someone to run or to go. You say iru. The verb is iri with I. This is a verb to go. But you want to condition someone to say go. You need only to put you. Iru. Finu. Vian hemtaskon. Finu. Finish. Frapu. Knock. Dormu. Sleep. Rigardu. Look. So this is how also you can express an order. In Esperanto, you only put you, and this is an order, and we call it imperativo. So I was saying finajoj. Finajoj is in Esperanto is the signal which shows you if it's a name, you know that all the names in Esperanto finish by o. An example, nomo. Nomo, it's a name. Mono, it's money, but you see mono finish by o. And adjective finish by a. Adjectivo. Toutes les adjectifs se terminent par a. Les noms se terminent par o. Les adverbes se terminent par e. Les impératifs ou avec les verbes qui se terminent par i. So, mono, bella. Bella is an adjective. Bone, adverbo. Imperativo, kuru. Verbo, helpi. So there is also another way to put things in plural in Esperanto. It's only you put j. J, when you put a j at the end of the word, this gives you the meaning of plural. So this was part of our signal to identify names or to identify the adverbs or to identify the adverbs or adjectives or to know if it's a verb and so on. So in the table here, I was only talking, for example, the word finished by O and the word finished by A. For example, if I say tableau, automatically you can hear that there is an O, which means this is a name. Even if you don't know the meaning, you know this is a name. And the meaning is table. Amo, automatically finished by O. This is a name. I need to know the meaning. Amo is love, amor. Hundo. There is O which finish. Hundo is a dog. Amico, it's a friend, a male friend. Patrino, it's mother. You know that there is an O. And if I put a, longer, automatically I don't need to look forward. This is an adjective. Ruja, red. Bona, mia, bella. And if I put only a at the end of, automatically the word changed and it's become an adverb. Rapide, belle, molte, lunde, urbo. This is the adverb in Esperanto. So you can even try to look into maybe on internet, Google, other verbs or other words which have a meaning of adverbs. You can see a lot of them there. So we're also reading numbers in Esperanto where we start by null. Null is zero. Zero. But here on this template, I made a mistake, which I'm going to correct later. Null is zero. Uno is one. I can say null, uno, du, tri, kivar, kivin, ses, step, ok, now, dek. So the foundation is up to dek, 10. When you start by 11, you take dek, the 10, and then you add a 1. That was, you start to say there. Here you can read dek uno. Dek, there is a dek, a 10, and the uno is 1, which we said before. If you say 12, you take a dek, a 10, and you take the 2. Dek du, dek 3, dek kiva, dek kivin, dek ses, dek sep, dek ok, dek now, do dek. Do dek is double 10, which means 20. Do is 2, dek 10. So if there are 3 tens, there are 3 dek. If there are 4 tens, kivar dek, kivin dek, ses dek, sep dek, ok dek, now dek, cent. 100 we say cent. And the mil, it's 1,000. Miliono, a million. Miliardo is a billion. So this is how we were reading. And I gave you some example on how to read numbers. For example, I took an example of 325. 3 cent do dek kivin. I have also 1,098. It's mil now dek ok. 2,224. 2,000 do mil, do cent, do dek kiva. 368. 3 cent says the cock. This is how we can talk, we all can read numbers. So I also give you another example when I can say unutago. Unutago is 1 day. But if we say a lot of days, I can say plural tagoi. Unu granda domo, 1 big house, 3 grandai domoi. So you can see that there is a way of expressing numbers, but I want you to memorize how to read from 1 up to 100. This is also another exercise which you are going to do. So here I gave you an exercise and I'm happy that everyone succeeded this, and it gives me also another appetite of making sure that next week we start the exercise of practicing. So guys, I think you have a pen with you. If you have a pen, I'm going to give you an assignment which I want you guys to write down. Je vais vous donner un exercice à faire que vous allez pouvoir me donner la réponse la semaine prochaine. So the exercise is this one. Do you have a pen with you guys? Est-ce que vous avez un stylo avec un petit papier sur vous? If yes. Hello team, are you with me or you are just outside? Okay, it's okay. Let me send you maybe an assignment in your group. I will give you an assignment in your group so that everyone can see. Even those who didn't attend the class, they should still have a picture of what we have learned and what they are going to say. So guys, I think before we close our class, let me hear you. Let me hear your thought, your comments. How was the lesson today, and how maybe you are recommending us to do for the next topic next week. But apologies today, I dropped twice because my internet was not friendly. But I hope that also I managed to to finish our class at the proper time as indicated. So I'm here to listen to you. If you have any comment, any thought, any suggestion, you are here. I'm here to respond. I'm here. I'm happy also because the people from the Gambia, you are massively, although others have not yet joined. I don't know when they are going to join. Since the group, I can see there is many, but I don't know what is going is going on. Let me hear from Zainabu why people are not massively attending. What is going on? Because I can see the same faces in our daily classes.
Yes, like there's these people, those people like they do go to work. So when coming back, that is when you start your classes. But then for today's class, I called some of them, but I could not reach them. And
Mm,
then the other lady traveled. So where she is currently, the connection is very poor there. She cannot connect to the Zoom.
okay.
Yeah, but
I think we
I'm
should
sure
have
they will join us.
I think we shall have a meeting with you so that we can see how to help them. Since the time that the class is starting is not friendly to everyone, we can see another way of supporting them on their proper time so that we don't want to miss out anyone. We want everyone to join our class and to enjoy our beloved language Esperanto, so that maybe
Right?
in the future we shall have a lot of people in your country. We shall have a meeting, maybe we just tell you, so that we study deeply how we can
Mm-hmm.
touch everyone in your country without letting anyone behind.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So, anyone also from any comment? Alima?
The class is good. I like the subject. I don't have any suggestion, so thank you for today.
Okay, you're welcome. And you are impressing me daily because the way you are growing, the way you are speaking, you look like someone who is following the class for a year. But I'm really
En fait,
enjoying and
le,
on your
le
growth.
devoir,
D'accord.
je n'ai pas pu écrire.
Toi, tu n'as pas écrit, Sarah?
Non,
Sarah, ok.
je n'ai pas écrit.
Je vais vous envoyer cette présentation. Mais vous savez aussi l'important, c'est Sarah.
Oui,
Participer dans des séances anglophones comme ça vous permet aussi de vous épanouir. Ça vous donne aussi l'envie de commencer à apprendre la langue. Oui, moi aussi, je suis dans le pays francophone. C'est le Burundi qui parle le français comme votre pays. Mais je me force à ce que je parle l'anglais parce que je ne veux pas me limiter. Je vais
oui,
aussi avoir accès aux pays anglophones, aussi avoir des amis. Alors, souvent,
oui.
que cette classe vous soit utile et vous donne aussi du soif de commencer à chercher ici et là comment vous pouvez améliorer votre anglais. Parce que vous ne pouvez pas vous limiter seulement avec le français qu'on a.
Ok.
Hmm. Ça va. Je crois que si possible, on peut
Oui,
faire un entretien ou bien, je ne sais pas, vous allez pouvoir seulement m'écrire une box quand et comment
oui,
vous voulez d'abord qu'on discute. On peut voir, on peut faire l'appel sur WhatsApp et voir comment
oui.
renforcer aussi le mouvement ou bien renforcer votre capacité dans votre localité. Donc, on va pouvoir voir ensemble comment s'entraider. Mais j'aimerais que tu continues à écouter. C'est l'anglais, oui, qu'on parle. Tu te forces à entendre. Et là où tu vas pouvoir aussi devenir quelqu'un qui peut s'exprimer même dans une langue qui n'est pas la sienne. Okay. Alors. So guys, I think I will send you the assignment today before after the class, and you are going to give me the answer. Don't cheat, guys. Write what you have. Don't go to the internet. Don't go wherever. So write what you have learned. Try to revise the notes I gave you, and give me the answer I'm requesting you. Okay. So thank you so much for today. And I wish you the good night and enjoy the weekend. I see that today is Saturday. Let me
Bisous,
wish you
Bido.
this shall meet on Thursday next week. Cheers. Bye. Okay, Alima, I will just talk to you later after leaving the meeting.